Hey there, Tim O'Donohue with Relationship Store. Today I want to talk to you about the timeout, the adult timeout. I do a lot of anger management work over the years, and something that I've learned that's been really effective for people in relationship in terms of anger management is the adult timeout. Now, what this is, oftentimes when two people argue, they might have different styles of handling conflict, of being conflictual. Some people avoid conflict, some people, believe it or not, seek conflict, and they also might have different responses to it. One person, typically, research has shown the male brain tends to do what's called flooding more easily than the female brain, and what that is it becomes overwhelmed with too much going on, so they really can't think in that moment and need a break. But oftentimes, what happens is one person might flood and they need a break, and so they get up, walk away. Well, the other person views that as them abandoning the discussion, which they are, and so they go after them or they say words to them to try and get them back, and that further incites it. So remember, we're not talking about fault here, we're talking about understanding how this works and what's best going to work for you. So oftentimes when we argue, we say, well, that's not right that he gets up and does that, or that's not right that she does this. Well, you're probably right about that, and you want to work towards what's going to work best for the two of you, which can be contextual for each couple. So what the timeout is it's arranged. It's really important that it's arranged during a time that is not conflict. So a time after the conflict sometime, or just preferably when things are going well, where one of you would say to the other, hey, when I get really upset and I yell and I sometimes I hit the wall or whatever I might do, I don't want to do that. So I want to ask you, can you give me a timeout when I'm feeling overwhelmed? And what I'm going to do, and this part is important, the plan part, I'm going to leave the room. Go to, if you can, tell your partner where you're going to go. I'm going to go to the basement. I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go to the other room. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to take a walk around the block. Because if your partner fears that you're leaving and not coming back, even if it's at some base level of themselves, that's going to incite more fear and anxiety. So you let them know you want to take this time out during the conflict, what you're going to do, about how long you're going to go. Research shows it should be at least 30 minutes, and that you have a process during that timeout. So the first part of the timeout you want to take to just breathe. Just breathe and try and center yourself. The second part, you're going to think about what happened, process through that inside yourself as best you can. And the last part is think about what you can bring back to your partner and how you can do that in a tactful and loving way. Okay, so the reason the timeout is set up during a calm time is because then it's agreed upon by the partner. So the partner who feels that you're walking away knows that no, this is really something you need to do and you're coming back. So I can feel okay. I can wait for you. And the other reason for that is because during the conflict, you might not have the presence of mind to say that. So it can be, you can come up with a cue word. Some couples work with a cue word. They might say timeout, or they might say anything. It could be buzz. It could be garage. Some word. It doesn't even have to be a word. It could just be implied that from that point on, if your partner gets up, they're taking a timeout. So they're going to be back. So it gives you both a chance to wait. The person who is waiting, oftentimes their problem with the other person leaving is like, well, he or she is never going to come back and we won't resolve it. So with the timeout, there is this promise of coming back. Okay. So hope this makes sense. The timeout can be a very useful tool for couples when it comes to argument. It gives you time to calm down, calm the emotions, the blood pressure that's going, kind of crazy inside you, and to come back to it in a loving and tactful way. Thanks. Tim O'Donohue, Relationship Store, 630-974-6777 is our number, or email us at info@relationshipstore.org. We're located at 241 South Frontage Road, Suite 36 in Burr Ridge, Illinois. Have a great day.